And we are live here on a Monday. This is my second radio already today. I did one for Nutritional Frontiers this morning, which will be available here shortly, on the acid-alkaline balance in the human body. Did an hour this morning, so hopefully we'll get that back to you soon. Now, Tokyo Medical and Dental University came out with an article today that caught my eye. Because in a world where it seems like, just look around, I think 50% of all men have gone bald. Something like 40% of all women are losing their hair. And we've looked at thyroid, and we've looked at supplements, and we've looked at, you name it. This article may have that one missing link that we've been looking for. It's well known that obesity is linked to the development of numerous diseases in humans. Heart disease, diabetes, and other ailments are extremely common in obese individuals. However, it's not fully clear how body organs specifically deteriorate and lose functionality from chronic obesity. In a recent article published in the Journal of Nature, a group of researchers from Tokyo Medical and Dental University used a mouse model and experiments to examine how a high-fat diet or a genetically induced obesity can affect hair thinning and hair loss, i.e., this is me speaking again, the standard American diet of high trans fats. The authors found that obesity can lead to the depletion of hair follicle stem cells through the induction of certain inflammatory signals, blocking hair follicle regeneration and ultimately resulting in a loss of hair follicles. Never heard this before. Let's start out there. Are you overweight and you're losing your hair? You may not be obese, but are you overweight? Could some of the fat cells that you're carrying literally lead to a depletion of hair follicles? Normally, hair follicle stem cells self-renew. This is part of the process that allows our hair to continuously grow back. As humans age, these hair follicle stem cells fail to replenish themselves, leading to fewer stem cells and therefore hair thinning. Although overweight people have a higher risk of androgenic alopecia, that's hormonally related hair loss. Whether obesity accelerates hair thinning, how, and the molecular mechanisms have been largely unknown. This group aimed to address these questions and identify some of the mechanisms. High-fat diet feeding accelerates hair thinning by depleting these stem cells that replenish mature cells that grow hair, said lead author of the study, Dr. Morinaga. We compared the gene expression in the stem cells between the high-fat diet-fed mice and the standard diet-fed mice and traced the fate of those stem cells after their activation. We found that those stem cells in the high-fat-fed obese mice changed their fate into the skin surface corneocytes and sebocytes that secrete sebum upon their activation. These mice showed faster hair loss and smaller hair follicles. It's amazing to me. Even with a high-fat diet feeding in 4 consecutive days, stem cells show increased oxidative stress and the signs of epidermal differentiation. 4 days. Going on a binge at eating McDonald's for 4 days. Eating at Chick-fil-A for 4 days. The gene expression in these stem cells from the high-fat fed diets indicated the activation of inflammatory cytokine signaling. I want you to remember that. Cytokine signaling in those stem cells. In other words, that same concept that's going on with COVID, cytokine storm, which is causing organ damage, is the same thing that's happening here in obese individuals. The inflammatory signals strikingly suppress the sonic hedgehog signaling that plays a crucial role in hair follicle regeneration. The researchers confirmed the activation of the sonic hedgehog signaling pathway in this process can rescue the depletion of these stem cells. This could prevent hair loss brought on by a high-fat diet. Now, let me just say this. The key words we got out of here were inflammation and cytokines. And I want you to think about these specialized pro-resolving mediators we've been talking about. The specified form of fat. Specialized pro-resolving mediators. I haven't seen a study on it. I may take one of these myself. Could they be a major link toward restoring hair growth? Why? Because it blocks cytokine production. It lowers inflammation in the body. So even though your diet may not have been the best up to these points, could eating something like that and adding that to your diet, specialized pro-resolving mediators, SPMs, actually be the supplement of choice for regrowing hair? I think it's a very good possibility. This is new, just came across the board this morning. Eating less fat may save your hair. Tokyo Medical University and Dental School. It was published in the Journal of Nature, chapter 595, if you want to look it up yourself. Questions on that? If you want to look at those specialized pro-resolving mediators, give us a call at the office, 678-228-8900, 678-228-8900. Our website is thenutritionshop.net, T-H-E, thenutritionshop.net. God bless you, folks, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.